Hey guys, I'm Ian from Sendy and I'm here to talk about how your business can easily integrate with Sendy so you can make deliveries to your customers much simpler. You might have an online e-commerce web app or mobile app and you regularly need to send products to your customers who are in different locations around the city. To make it as easy as possible to manage these difficult tasks, Sendy is providing you with a Sendy API. This is a tool you can use to connect your web or mobile app to the Sendy system, and it allows you to automatically request and track deliveries without needing to use the Sendy web or mobile app. How does it work? If you visit sendy.com/API, you'll be able to get access to our API documentation. This contains the list of endpoints you can use, and you can also see all the data you should send to be able to place a successful delivery. You can find the link in the description, and our team is always available to help you out if you're having any challenges connecting to Sendy. Now, let me give you a quick demo on the API so you can see how it works.
So we're going to start here at sendy.com/API, and this is a page on our website that will show you a bit more information about our API. And also, if you click on this button written View API Docs, it's going to lead you to our Sendy public API docs, which are on Apiary, and here you can read all about our API and how to implement it. I'm going to give you guys an example of an implementation by showing you guys how to request for delivery programmatically. So I'm going to take you through the process of, for example, generating an API key and a username, yeah, we're going to see how it'll go. So the first step is to register for a Sendy business account, and there's a link here that will let you fill in that information and create an account. It's pretty easy. It's just like signing up for a normal account. And then if you'd like to obtain a username and an API key, after you log in to your Sendy account, it's going to look something like this. So you're going to click on menu up here on the top right, and then you click on settings, and then you click on API. And then if you do not have an API key, here you're going to see a button written generate API key. If you click on that, it's going to generate something that looks like this. So you're going to see a username, you're going to see an API key, and these are the values that we need to be able to proceed in implementing the API. There's a bit more text here that you can read, but I'm going to go directly into the reference for requesting delivery. Request delivery API means that if you'd like a Sendy rider to either bring something to you or to take it to another location around the city, maybe to one of your customers, this is the API you can use to programmatically make that request to our system without having to use any of our apps. So I'm going to copy this URL, and I'm going to post it here on Postman. I'm showing you this example on Postman, but it's possible for you to also use JavaScript or any other platform. This is just so that we can all be on the same page, independent of any platform that you're using. The next thing I'm going to do is look at these parameters here. So these are the pieces of information that we need to be able to successfully place a delivery through the system. For example, apart from your API key and username, we'd like to know what kind of vehicle you'd like. For example, if you'd like a bike, you would say 1. If you'd like to make a pickup for an order for a pickup, you'd say 2. A van is 3, and we have several types of these vendors. You can write the person who you're sending to and their phone number and even their email. We can write the location from which you want us to pick the delivery, the name and the coordinates. And also you can write where you want us to take the delivery, the name and the coordinates. You can say how you want the order to be paid for. And there's a few more other details here that are important. For example, do you want the rider to go there to that location and then come back? If that's true, then you set return to true. And you can read more about what these different parameters do on the API docs. So I'm going to create my own order in Postman, and I'll see you in just a sec. So this is how my request looks like. To my data, I've added the API key, I've added my username, I've said I want vendor 1, which is a bike. I've added details about where I want my order to be from, which is Greenhouse. And I've also added details about where I want it to go, which is going to be KICC. So the person who's receiving this is going to be James Kamau, and the person who's sending is Rachel Mwangi. Now these are just made up names. And you can even add more delivery details. For example, you can say when you want it to be picked up. You can even add information about the dimensions of your package. For this request token ID, you can just leave it as this string. So I'm now going to make the request, and let's see what's going to happen. So I have just received a response with the status true, and it has some of the data about my order. So for example, it has an order number, it has the amount that it cost, it has ETAs, it has the amount I would pay if it was to be returned. So you should note this value called your order number, because this is the value that you can use later in our tracking API, which you can also find from our API documentation, to track your order if you want to know the exact coordinates where your rider is at that time or how far they are. And yeah, you've been able to place an order using the Sendy public API. I hope that that made some sense and you're able to connect to our system. It'll make your job much easier if you have many deliveries that you'd like to do. You can also complete deliveries here, track deliveries, and cancel them if you, for example, realized you entered the wrong location or anything along those lines. So that's it for the Sendy API. You can leave any comments or questions you have in the comments below. Please like this video and share it with anyone who you think might be interested in learning more about our API, or someone who has a small business where they deliver goods to their customers and they might have a use for this. If they have a website, it'll be pretty easy for them to integrate with Sendy. Happy coding!